Hello and welcome back. Now in this video we're going to talk about the profit target, we're going to talk about the smart compound feature, and we're also going to talk about the stop loss level. However, we are in the process of hiding this stop loss level until you put a profit target in here. Okay, so if you're watching this video and you're seeing stop loss level on my video and not on your screen, then it's simply because you haven't put a profit target in here. Okay, so ignore all these elements here because I've literally just picked the first thing that came along. So please don't use this as a great strategy for this particular asset. I've just put a budget in of $75, and again I'm going to put a profit target in. Now, how much should you put in as a target? Well, literally you can put in as much or as little as you want. As a general guide, what I would suggest is that you look at the asset that you're trading and you've got a profit over the course of 3 days just here. Now, to be cautious, I would say that if you divided that figure here, that $133, if you divided it by 4 and then sort of rounded it down, then that is going to give you a good profit target to initially go for. So we're going to put in $30 here as a profit target. And as you can see, as soon as I key this in here, the smart compound appears, and we have the stop loss level feature will also appear. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to very briefly explain to you how the profit target feature works. So let's work with a profit target of $20 as our example. Once your bot hits its first profit target, in this case $20, it will then reset a second much higher profit target, and it will continue to do that each time you hit the new higher profit targets. So for example, as you can see, once your bot hits $20, it will then reset you a second profit target, which will be 2 times your original profit target. So in this case it would be $40. Once your bot reaches $40, it will then reset you a third profit target. Again, that will be 3 times your original profit target, in this case $60. And again, if it hits that, it will then automatically reset you another profit target, which will be 4 times your original profit target of $20, and in this case that would be $80, and it would continue to do that. And just for clarification, let's just go through it again using a profit target of $50. So as you can see, as you hit your $50 target, it will reset it again at 2 times your $50, which is now $100. If you hit that, it'll then be 3 times $50, which is $150. And then if it hits that again, it will then be 4 times, and that will be $200. And again, if it hits that again, it would then multiply it by 5, 6, 7 and so on. Okay, so welcome back again. Now we've got the profit target in place, and hopefully now after going through that explanation you understand how powerful that profit target is. So again, you could choose to set that higher or lower. Now the next feature is the smart compound. So we're going to click on the smart compound and we're going to add that feature to our first bet amount, and our first bet amount in this case is going to be $1, but again you can make that as much or as little as you want, as long as it is in a single whole dollar. You can't have $1.50 or anything like that. It needs to be $1, $2 or $5 or $10. Now what I'm going to do now is just break away from the screen and give you some more detail about the smart compound feature. So let's talk about the smart compound in a little bit of detail. Let's assume that your first bet is going to be $1. So once your bot hits its first profit target, then it will not only reset your profit target, it will also reset the bet amount, and it will redo this each time you hit a new profit target. So as we've already seen with the profit targets, each time you hit a new profit target, it will then multiply your original profit target by a factor of 2, factor of 3, factor of 4, 5, 6 and so on. And it will do exactly the same with your bet size. So if your bet size is $1, then it will multiply it by a factor of 2, factor of 3 or a factor of 4 or 5 or 6 or so on, depending on which profit target your bot is now working on. And let's look at another example using $5 as your initial bet. As you can see, with the $50 profit target, it multiplies it by factors of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. And it will do exactly the same with your bet size. It will multiply your original bet size by a factor of 2, a factor of 3, a factor of 4, a factor of 5 and so on. So each time your profit target increases, then also your bet size will also increase. Hello and welcome back again. Right, so now you've got the profit target feature information. You've also got the smart compound feature information, and the final piece in the jigsaw is this stop loss level. Now we're going to click on the drop down box and we're going to choose anything between 5% and 80%. Now, depending upon the size of your profit target, then what I would suggest is that if it's relatively small, then you want to have a higher percentage of your stop loss level. If it's a large stop loss figure, then you want to have it, you can have it, the flexibility of it being quite small. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on the 50% here, and what I'll do now is I'll just cut away to a little bit of more detailed information on how the stop loss level works. Okay, so let's have a look at the stop loss level in some detail. We're going to assume that we've set the stop loss level at 30%. So let's look to see what that actually means. So once your bot hits its first profit target and then any profit targets after that, then the bot will automatically bank your profit, and it will only continue to trade with the percentage that you choose. So in this example, we've chosen a percentage of 30%. So that basically means that once the profit target of $20 has been hit, it will continue to trade with 30%, which is $6, and it will bank 70%, which means it will never touch the $14. If your profit target was $30, again it would trade with 10 and it would bank you 20. If it was $50, it would trade with 15 and it would bank you 35. And of course, as your profit targets increase, then of course the amount that will be available to be traded as a percentage will also increase. And welcome back. So hopefully you now understand how the profit target works, how the smart compound works, and obviously the stop loss level works, and the fact that they are all interlinked, and they will help you have, once you get a bot which is really winning and working for you, how you can allow that bot to just simply run and run and run, and it will safely start to bank you profits along the way. Thanks very much for watching this video. Take care.